fabric
You know what
tape.
the Dermacell is? It's like a grosgrain ribbon.
Okay. Is that considered a cloth tape?
Yeah.
Yes.
Because it always
Cloth
told
tape.
me to use, I
Right.
always buy cloth. You know?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's Dermacell. No, wait a minute. No, it isn't. It's Cura Silk
Well, that's the other.
from this.
That's
There are different. It's
not
Curity.
Johnson Johnson.
Right. Johnson & Johnson is Dermacell, and each
Sure.
company
And I-
has their
That's
own
wrong.
name for it, but
Cut
it's all the
some
same
pieces,
stuff.
That's 1 inch, and this is ½ inch.
But you should buy the cloth, correct?
Yes.
It's porous.
Well, it's porous and it doesn't stick as much to the ear, and we don't want to pull the
Right.
hair off the ear.
Right. That silky stuff will just
Right.
rip it.
Right. Have you used this
Not Dermacell.
cloth tape? Okay.
I've just used Zonas tape.
Okay, for everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
So we
this
should get
is-
that.
And it's available at any drugstore.
And then we have to make a tie which goes between the 2 ears. And you can use any tape. You can use your Zonas tape for that.
Can you see it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got the name.
Okay, now everything's ready.
You want a puppy?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll get it.
And I usually get everything set before I get the puppy because
Puppy won't sit still.
trying to do this with the puppy.
Yeah, that's what I remember from doing it. Is okay, I finish one ear, I turn around and get the other one, and she's gone.
Well, I never let them off my lap from the time I take them down till they're up and go, because if you let them down, they shake their head and the tips act like a whip, and
Yeah.
you can get really a hematoma on the tip, and it takes a week almost sometimes for that to go down if they get it really bad. She can't find the puppy. That's just some adhesive remover.
Yeah, we have that too.
Shirley's, if she lets them there, the dogs will pick them up.
They'll be eaten.
That's what you hate to see.
Yes, yes,
Yes.
Particularly as you
After you've
finish and
just
put
done
them
it.
down.
Yep. After you've just done it.
She'll say,
Do you
"Didn't you
ever
hold that
take-
dog right?"
Yeah.
Do you ever take the tape down lower around the bottom of the bell to
Now
keep
he
them from
always
popping
runs
out?
them this way.
Okay.
And after
Sometimes when he was working, if they would flip out too much, I'd wrap on down and do anything to try to keep him in until he'd get home.
but as the ears get better, and if we only had one
Yeah.
dog here, I maybe would just put around the top maybe 2 little things, let the rest open, and just put maybe one wrap around the
If they're not
bottom,
rough
just
housing.
enough to
Yeah.
keep it there, and that lasts if they're not fighting and
Exactly.
rolling
And playing.
Yeah.
around like
Now
they
I use
do.
the scissors that have the one blunt edge
Oh,
well,
okay.
that's-
to
Yeah.
slide up.
Yeah.
That does too.
Yeah.
Mine has like a, I don't know what you call
Oh,
it.
a curl on
Yes,
it? Yeah, I know
yeah.
what you mean. They're bandage scissors,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah, because that slides up the ear and there's
Yeah.
no chance
Now,
of cutting them.
Some people unwind the tape, but I
I unwind. He cuts up. I'm afraid to cut
Yeah.
for fear I
you have
hit
to
the
be
ear.
careful to get away from the ear. You don't cut into the ear.
Mm-hmm.
No, hold still.
That's where the bandage scissors are nice.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah.
you can't cut them.
And the Dermacell comes off real easy.
See that? Doesn't
Now,
take
she
any.
said something about, you're going to show us that.
Yeah.
Doesn't take any
Fur.
hair off at all.
Do you powder the ear
Yeah.
before you do it?
Yeah.
That probably helps a lot
Yeah.
too.
Oh
huh?
yes.
He powders them pretty heavily.
What kind of powder?
What we're using now is that veterinary powder, veterinary antiseptic powder. And I think you can get this in an Agway or I don't know whether
BFI is.
BFI
drugstore.
powder is also good, but it's hard to find.
But you can buy a small bottle of BFI if you can ask for it, and if they don't have it sometimes, depending if you know the druggist, they'll order it.
If you're
can't get any of this
desperate,
at
you can use
PetSmart or
Gold
Petco?
Bond.
I don't
It's just
think
this
so.
is
No?
a little
Okay.
heavier and more. I think there's more cornstarch
Okay, now
in it.
the ear is
Sticks
stuck
better.
to the tube, and you can work it off, but that hurts. And so I just take the tape remover and put a little bit on the end of a Q-tip, and just run that up here,
Run the way the hair grows.
and that just
Oh, wow.
dissolves
Yeah.
the.
Makes it a lot easier than trying to.
We've
Not
done
a
that.
half a gallon of it.
Shut
A lot
up.
of tricks we didn't know.
Yeah.
You have a half a gallon?
I have a
No,
big, I have a
but-
big thing.
God, we go through so much of it.
Yes.
But I do the same thing on a Q-tip and put it up there to take it off. And they're standing a little bit. Good girl. Come on, bring them up. Good girl.
They're coming. They're
Good
coming.
girl. Yes, that one's right up there. Good girl. You are so good for this.
Now this is just a little gauze with some alcohol on, and you have to clean them good.
Where do you get the tape remover?
Where'd you get the tape remover? Drugstore or
We got ours at that supply place.
barber supply?
I went
Beauty
to a
and
medic.
barber
I went to
supply.
a
Medical
medical
You know
supply.
Gugon?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
have that. That
Use
works.
Goo Gone.
Same thing.
Oh,
Goo Gone.
Anything
Okay.
that
I
has
think
like
we
a
still have
citric-
Unisolve left over too.
oh, do we?
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah,
That
we
works.
used that,
That
too
works.
at one point.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, because
But Gugon works.
And that's not bad for the minute.
No,
That's
it
a
seems to work
petroleum
fine.
base.
Yeah, yeah,
I use that on a lot of
And what are
things.
you using there? Alcohol, did you say?
yeah.
This is-
To clean it, so that it'll stick.
Well, I clean the down in the ears. You can see the earwax that's down in there.
And they like to have their ears massaged
Yep.
at this point.
They do.
mine's
Yes, they do.
Nikki
That's
still
the
likes
fun
that.
You can
part.
see the
Yeah.
earwax
Oh,
that's
yeah.
coming
Oh, yeah.
out. And you want to clean them good each time.
She does seem to like that.
Oh yeah, they love it.
Oh, they love it, and they like it if you rub them a little bit while the posts are off. Look at her; she's in her glory.
And this is what I've said to lots and lots of people who say, "Oh, you do those terrible things to all those ears," and so on and so forth. And we've said, if people would see these puppies in John's lap as he's working on them, they're in their glory. They love it, and I feel this does something to the temperament of the dogs. The dogs that have cropped ears have to go through this, and they're much more handleable after that. Vets say they much prefer to take care of Dobermans than a lot of the other breeds. And I've seen dogs at vets' offices that are just wild. They don't want to let them do anything.
A little different than the way Nikki was.
Yeah.
We didn't know all these things.
Well, part of it maybe. He does do them on his lap.
That's a great idea.
A lot of people do them on a table
That's what
or
we did.
someplace like that.
But this seems to be a lot better
Yeah,
idea.
well, that's their private time with him, and they really do enjoy it. Mostly they'll fall asleep.
that was way different than Nikki.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, she probably got annoyed at me practicing on her so much at first.
Yeah.
Okay, now I take that powder and put it in this little bottle with a hole in, so I don't spray the room when I try to get the powder out. And you want to get lots of powder down in that
Flat.
fold where the ear folds over. But that really, I think, is a big help as far as getting